So there are that many videos on YouTube that are trying to help you fix your over the top. Now, I'm going to add to that video today, but I promise you that after this video, you won't need another one, because I'm going to give you a drill that allows you to come from the inside and hit that draw that you've never been able to hit. But there's one thing that you need to do before I give you that drill, because the drill won't work if you don't do the thing that I need you to do. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to be here fixing your over the top movement once and for all. Now, I don't need to tell you what an over the top movement is. You know exactly what that is. You've been doing it for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. But you want that all elusive swing from the inside, that slightly closed club face, that beautiful path that comes from the inside, hits a nice high towering draw, kind of like this one here. Now, the reason why good golfers are able to do this so easily is because they set their body up in a way that makes it super, super simple to come down from the inside. And most recreational or amateur golfers, they don't set their swing up first and foremost. So they get to the top of the golf swing, the club face is open, they've got no depth. So what I want to do for you today is set your backswing up so that it can be super simple to come down and draw the golf ball. Now, all you need is 2 alignment sticks. So what we're going to do here, get out of there. What we're going to do is put 1 set of alignment sticks through the belt loops. So that's what we're going to do. 1 through the belt loops. And we're going to put the other alignment stick up across the shoulders. And what we're going to essentially try and do here is we want to get our upper body to turn 90 degrees and our lower body 45 degrees. That's all we're trying to do. So if you can stand in front of the mirror and you can do these movements here, okay, I'm going to get into my comfortable setup position and I'm going to turn my upper body 90 degrees, my lower body 45 degrees. You essentially have the body rotation needed in order to hit that beautiful little draw that you're wanting. So from the down the line position, what you're going to notice here is my body is perfectly set up, it's perfectly rotated enough so that I can get my arms behind me, get my golf club behind me, and then present the golf club from the inside. Now, what a lot of golfers do, maybe because you don't know you're doing it, but they just under-rotate the body. Okay, so let's take these alignment sticks, for example, and a lot of golfers, instead of 90 degrees and 45 degrees, they might end up with, let's say, 20 degrees in the lower body and 70 degrees in the upper body. So they just don't rotate enough. Now, what that looks like at the top of their golf swing is if golfers aren't set up enough, if they're not rotated enough, they don't have the arms or the club behind them at the top of the golf swing. So they're never really going to get the club to come from the inside unless they manipulate their body, and sometimes that turns into hooks. So a golfer with no rotation, I'll leave this alignment stick in, but the golfers with no rotation look a little bit like this. So we can see here that I've got no depth. So depth is basically, is my arm out here? Is my arm around here? This would be more depth. This would be no depth. So no rotation doesn't give us any depth. So how from here do we get to the inside of the golf ball without manipulating our body? Well, we don't. We just come down and we cut across it. So we end up hitting pulls or we end up hitting cuts. So what I want you to do is, just like I did there with the body, I want us to set our body up properly. So if we can get more rotation in the lower, more rotation in the upper, well, now I've got my body rotated correctly, my arms are behind me, my club is behind me, and now it's about training the downswing. Now we can allow the arms to fall, we can allow the club to fall behind us, and from here we've completely transformed how the over the top that you have versus now more of an inside path, and now it's up to you to square the club face. And that's literally as simple as it needs to be. There doesn't need to be any special shallowing mechanisms. All you've got to do is turn the body well enough so that you can set up the backswing to then allow yourself to bring the golf club down in the downswing. So, how do we get the golf club to come down from the inside in the downswing? I'm going to give you a drill that I give a lot of my players, because if we set ourselves up in the backswing, right, we are 50% of the way there. We're still not guaranteed to bring this golf club down from the inside, because golfers who do get into a good spot at the top, they can still start the swing with their upper body and bring everything back over the top. And then again, we've got that massive out to in. So that's when I get messages on social media saying, Ryan, your drills suck. My drills don't suck, you suck. All right. So here's what we're going to do with the alignment stick. So the drill I want you to do to train the downswing is your golf ball, lay your golf club down directly behind the ball. Okay, so it's just going to look exactly like that. And this alignment stick, because we want to train the swing to come down from the inside, I want to put this alignment stick on the outside of the ball line. Okay, how much on the outside of the ball line? Depends on you, but I like to go about half a foot. So when I set up to this golf club here, I put my foot down, and I'm going to put the alignment stick in the ground about half a foot on the outside of the ball line. Now, at what angle? That's too upright. That's too flat. I want it at the same angle as your club sits at address, about a 45-degree angle. I've done this enough times that I think I could nail this first time. So I've got an 8-iron in my hand here. Let's see if that's the same angle as my club at address. Pretty close to it. So when I'm setting up to the ball, those two are the same. Okay? And the reason why I want it to be a club length behind is because if you make a poor movement at this, I want you to hit this. Now, be careful because you might injure yourself. But if we put this too far away, essentially I could do whatever I want and I can't hit it. So if I'm close enough to it, if I make a bad movement on the way down, right, I can strike it. Okay? So this alignment stick here is going to train our downswing, and it does help with our backswing as well, to a degree. But if I set up to my golf ball now and I make sure that I'm turning my body in that 90-degree upper body, 45-degree lower body, that should allow my arms to go behind me. Now from here, this alignment stick is just going to be used as a reference point or a visual aid for me to really feel on the downswing like my club is coming from the inside. So you can see their club is dramatically from the inside. If you feel like half a foot is too difficult, put it a foot on the outside, because this is, granted, quite difficult, but it is going to give you a nice exaggeration into the golf ball. So up to the top, good turn, and then allow the arms to come down underneath that alignment stick and pivot into the shot. And you can see there that, you know, my golf club worked from the inside there. There was no over-the-top movement. And the ball flights you're now going to start to see is if you leave the face open with an inside-out path, you might just hit a little bit of a block. But if you close the face to the path, you're going to see it draw back. So if we try that one more time, but instead of leaving the face open, I actually close the face. And let me bring it in this way so the stick's a little bit more. So what I've essentially done now is I've moved the ball in towards me, which makes the alignment stick about a foot on the outside. So it's a little easier for me to do because half a foot's actually quite difficult. So that stick's not really in my way now, but it is there as a visual. And then make sure that I've got the face closed to the path. And I felt like that one there was just a perfect strike. It was a perfect into-out path. I could feel the face close through that impact area, started out to the right, and would have drawn just perfectly back onto my target. Now, if you're still slicing the golf ball after you've just watched that, I can almost guarantee you within 99% of the time that you're going to be able to draw or hook the golf ball by watching this video that's on the screen right now. And if you want more drills, I have 250 plus in my online academy that you can join at clicking that button right there on the screen.